And I know you wanted to get a big win for the Bosses, true.
Yeah, of course. It was really special, and as you said, we the statistics that follow behind that man's name are nothing short of incredible. And he having him in my ear was a lot of help. I made the statement, when you have a 4-time national champion in your ear, if you just listen to him, you're going to have some success as long as you have a little bit of luck fall your way. And that day you had to, because as I said, with the tire setting going on, you had different guys on different strategies. You had people wanting to go early. You had people wanting to fall back. And you just had to know who you were racing around and time your moves correctly, because one wrong one could get you in the wrong lane or could get you around the wrong cars and hurt your performance there. So had to be very smart about how we did that. Having him in my ear definitely kept me grounded to be able to do that.
Right.
It was very special as well, like I said, to have all my sponsors on board and have them there this weekend. We also had some new ones. So while I've got the chance, got to give a huge shout out to Fremont Properties, Thunder Road Harley Davidson, Discount Oil Company, Monty Marble Granite and Tile, Mincy's Graphics, Von Durant Brothers Distillery. Just an incredible weekend. And as you said, our first time out with each other, it was incredible. And I've got all the respect in the world for Josh Berry, for Deke McCaskill, for really everybody on the tour, because the tour is so competitive. And, I've come up through racing growing up watching those guys race. And so now to have the opportunity to battle it out with them week in and week out is really special for me, and something that I don't, take lightly, and I keep in perspective when I'm racing them and race them with respect. And as you said, it was for 10,000 to win. And I put myself in his shoes in that little bit of time that I had to think about it, and just thought real quick, what would he do if it was him? And I felt like Josh would have done the same thing. And after him and I talking, and I believe I heard him even say it on an interview, he did say he would do the same thing. So as you said, I didn't feel like I did anything wrong. I've seen some people say that they thought I did, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their right for their opinion. But as far as me and my camp are concerned, and even everybody on Josh's side, I didn't think we did anything wrong.
Well, I was about to say, damn, Brandon, you're trying to end this interview quickly. I was going to let you throw out your sponsors at the end of but it's good to be on top of your game, throwing those sponsors out there. So hang with me about 10 more minutes if you can do that. Unless you got work or something going on, I'll let you go. But
oh no, I can definitely stay. I just wanted to give them a shout.
Definitely. Hey, they got to appreciate that, because you were ahead of the game, because normally that's the last course of business. Think of those sponsors. But you called it quickly, so and we'll let you do it again. Real quickly, let everybody know how they can follow you via social media, because it was like trying to run down the president to track you down to get you on the show today.
Yeah. So I'm on Twitter, of course, at bpierce354. Also on Facebook and Instagram. I have a personal page on Facebook, and then we also have Brandon Pierce Racing on there as well, which is, of course, the racing page that you can follow that we keep updated pretty frequently. So I apologize for the delay in getting back with you. As I'm sure you can understand, in a crazy couple of days, everybody, sending me congrats texts and whatnot. So we're really glad to be on the show, and can't thank you enough. It's an honor to be on, and glad to be talking to you.
Not a problem, my friend. And again, I think I got to fix my Twitter handle real quickly. My goodness, we got to fix you here real quickly. Real fast, what did you say your Twitter handle was again? I just put Brandon Pierce 87, but that's not right.
It's at bpierce354.
There you go. No damn wonder you didn't get the notification. That's oh, there you are at bpierce354. Okay, here we go. Now we have got you where we can share you out to the masses in the world. So, okay, there you go. Now you can follow. Do you got Snappy Chat? You got all that good stuff on social media?
I don't have Snapchat, but like I said, I've got the others. I've got Instagram, I've got Twitter, I've got Facebook. So I feel like those three is enough for me to try to be able to figure out with all the technology and whatnot. So I try to keep it as simple as I can.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bud. Nothing is wrong with that at all. Okay, so now we have got you correctly. So you're probably going to get a notification on your phone here that says that Wesley Outland tagged you in the Finish Line podcast, B Pierce 354. I think I had to fix your last night as well because you got some competition. You got somebody by the name of Brandon Pierce, 87, and I think that he's at the top of the list. So whenever you put in Brandon Pierce, that's the first name that pops up. So, but I got you now. I'll give you a like and a follow to keep up with you. And, of course, as always, you can also keep up with me at Wesley Outland on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Google+, and announcer Wesley Outland on Facebook as well. Check me out on Fox Sports and Mav TV whenever you can. And, of course, also to Speak 51 Network. Brandon, wrapping things up, bud, talk a little about your racing career. How did Brandon Pierce get the awesome racing career that you have today?
Yes, so this is my fourth, this will be my fourth full-time year in a late model stock car or a full-body car in general.
Go ahead, Brandon. I'm sorry. I got interrupted by my producer.
No worries. So as I was saying, this is this will be my fourth full-time year in a late model stock, a full-body stock car in general.
Gotcha.
Prior to that, I had been in dirt go-karts, run the King of the Concrete and whatnot, stuff like that.
That's where I know you from. That's where I know you from the King of the Concrete, the greatest show on syrup.
Yes, sir. So prior to this, that was all I had. Come straight out of go-karts into a full-body stock car 3 years ago with Nelson Motorsports and had 3 good years there. And, can't thank everybody involved at that organization as well. They did a lot for me, and prior to this point, and the switch over to Lee Pulling Performance, which was way too good of an opportunity to pass up. Everybody involved with that organization did a lot for me. Got me a win at South Boston Speedway last year against the King, Philip Morris, which was a very special moment as well.
Yeah.
So, that's how I got here. Just been a lot of hard work, a lot of great people behind me, a lot of people believing in me, and a lot of people understanding and believing in my grit and my desire and the fire to want to be the best. In order to be the best, you have to beat the best.
All right, Ric Flair.
Far from doing
Woo!
But, I love racing in general. It's like, I know as you had Bubba Pollard on earlier, that guy is an absolute heck of a wheelman of anything he gets in. And so, of course, after my race this weekend, was able to watch him wheel his to victory as well. And, just love racing, love short track racing especially. And I want to be in the sport as long as I can. And I hope to continue to have success and been blessed with what I've had so far. And as I said, Lord willing, hopefully we'll be able to stay in the sport for many years to come.
I'm going to tell you something, and I mean this all seriousness. Man, you got to have your, you got to definitely be on your A game to run the King of the Concrete. I know obviously high banks of Southern National is grueling, 24 degrees of banking in the corners, 12 degrees on the front straightaway, running Martinsville, running the tie paperclip there, running Myrtle Beach. Places like that, but to run the King of the Concrete, that is grueling in itself as well. How do you prepare for that event? I don't want to lose track of your late model career, but how do you prepare for running the greatest show on syrup every year in December in the Greensboro Coliseum?
Yeah, it's a lot of work as well. There's a lot of people in that. Syrup's completely different, of course, from dirt, and so there's a lot of guys that are the masters of that, and really it's upper body strength and honestly trying to have your neck hold on for that. Everything happens there so fast that by the time you see whatever's happening, more than likely it's just luck that you were able to miss it because it's just everybody's so close together. You're glued trying to hold the line tight, and when you're getting around there as quick as everybody does there, like I said, it's just it's honestly hard to put in words. I highly suggest for anybody listening that has not been able to watch it via video or go in person, that I highly recommend you do so, because until you do, you just don't have an understanding for how grueling and how fast everything happens there. And when you win at the King of the Concrete, you've definitely accomplished something for sure.
Yeah, I had the privilege for about 6 years in a row to announce that event, and I stepped away last year. Just working with Fox and doing basketball and football, and I didn't want to commit to Andy Harris on doing something that I couldn't fully commit to or possibly not be able to do, and a schedule change. And but whenever I wasn't there, definitely I got messages and texts and people asking me why I wasn't at that event, and it wasn't the same without me not being there. That was truly one of the events that I was looking forward to doing every year in December. It's just something special. It is not and I say this, Brandon, it is not a go-kart race. It is an event. It is a spectacle. The way we do driver introductions with the smoke and the fog machine, the way that you guys are the main event and you're the first race, and just you're there Friday, dismal crowd. Okay, all right. If you get a good crowd, couple of thousand, maybe break 1,000 fans on Friday. Saturday, dismal all day long until right around 5:30 in the afternoon. Just 30 minutes to showtime when they open up those gates, and that place is packed to the rafters. And I know you can feel that electricity and energy whenever you're on that track.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it gets to the point, as I'm sure you can relate to this as well. Down there in what is turns 1 and 2 at the Coliseum, it's standing room only, like 10, 15 rows deep. I mean, it's unbelievable. They pack both sides.
And the fence line, they're 4 or 5 rows deep on the fence line on the ground level too.
Yeah, and it's unbelievable. And you can't, for me, in my opinion, you can't get much closer because, I mean, you literally, as you said, you're able to stand right there at the fence, and it's just, the carts are not that far from you. So it's a pretty amazing spectacle, and you definitely feel all the energy and everybody around you. And they pack, as you said, that place to the rafters for the arena that we're in, and it is slap full all night long from the first event to the last on Saturday night.
So Brandon Pierce from the 71 Go-Kart, running the King of the Concrete and other prestigious karting events, to now moving into late models. Got a big win, his first career win with the Cars Tour and late model stock race under the Solid Rock Carriers 300 at Southern National. We're going to wrap things up with him here in a few moments. Ches Chester, winner of the MODOK 100. We go from asphalt to dirt coming up here in a moment. The winner out of South Carolina winning the MODOK 100. We'll talk with him in the number 9 car here in just a moment. But I want to just got a couple more questions for you, Brandon. Obviously, Lee Pulliam, so talented, NASCAR winning All-American Series multi-time champion, winner of Martinsville, Myrtle Beach, Southern National, you name it, he's done it. What was the emotion like of not being the race car driver, but being the spotter, the car chief, the crew chief, and having him down there in victory lane with you when you won that big late model race?
Yeah, it was really special. I think there's or I know, and you may have seen it, and if you haven't, it wouldn't be too hard to find. It was finally posted, I believe, late yesterday afternoon of he and I, somebody, well, I know quite a few photographers got it, but of he and I hugging, and the photo says it all. Just we've worked so hard with each other over the past 3 months, trying to build a chemistry out fairly quickly. And just so many, long, late nights, a lot of effort in the season in general, but especially into the last 3 weeks to go into this past weekend at Southern National. He's just been all in. The man's a winner. He wants them to do nothing more than win. He truly loves and values each and every single one of his customers. Everything up here is just a big family. And he looks at it no differently when he's not in the car than when he is in the car. He has the exact same amount of fire and drive when he's wrenching on it and calling the shots as when he's steering the wheel himself. So that passion is only matched by, I think, few people, and it's quite the example to lead by, and it's something very special to see in person. And I'm just honored and privileged to get to work with him. I really appreciate him and everybody involved at Lee Pulliam Performance for taking a chance on me, for making this deal happen, and really looking forward to the future that all of us have with one another, and hope to continue to have a lot of success together.
That's what I was going to ask you about. A final question for Brandon Pierce. Where do you go from here? What's on the schedule for 2019?
So we're going to run, I'm a member of the Touring 12 with the Cars Tour, which is a great thing that they have as an option. I've been blessed to be selected for that again this year. So part of that agreement is to run all the races, which we would anyway, as we're going to to try to contend for the Cars Tour Championship this year.
Gotcha.
So I will run those 11 races. And then I will also run for the Virginia Triple Crown, which is South Boston Speedway, Langley Speedway, and, of course, Martinsville. So going to run for that. And then I'm probably going to definitely run at least one race up at Motor Mile Speedway, with the option to run a few more local shows maybe here and there. But I'm guaranteed to run 15 races or